Traditional Anglet game is becoming less popular among children due to the prevalence of gadgets. Therefore, as a solution to revive interest in traditional games, we introduce EBSI.
Our presentation will begin in 3, 2, 1. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, peace be upon us. Dear judges, please allow us to present the result of our presentation, EBSI. Before we get right into the main topic of this presentation, please allow us to introduce ourselves. My name is Fakhri, as a leader of this project. And my name is Abed, as the member of this project. And we are accompanied by our mentor, Dr. Ahmad Ilham. Without any further ado, let's get right into our presentation. In this background section, we have divided it into 4 subsections: the situation, the problem, the question arising from the problem, and the research response. First and foremost, let me explain the current situation. Traditional games are losing their popularities among children nowadays, overshadowed by more modern and technologically advanced games. However, traditional games emphasize physical activities and direct interaction with the other children. Next, we will get right into the problems. So, the problem is described by Mawarti in 2018 that stated that with the advancement of technology, unfortunately, children's interest in traditional games is declining. These games do have a positive impact on children because they can enhance fine motor skills. But however, without a balance of any kind of other games, children's gross motor skills cannot keep pace with their fine motor skills, and this is a real problem. The question that arises in this research is how the researcher will address the problem and the situation. And in response to this, the researchers have developed an innovation in this traditional Anglet game. And this innovation is called EBSI. Of course, has some limitation. Include first, early childhood refers to children kindergarten 5 to 6 years old. And second, the EBSI prototype is specifically designed to playing Anglet. And there are 2 objectives of our research. First is to determine the effectiveness of the EBSI prototype in improving gross motor skills in early childhood. And second is to understand children's interest in playing Anglet traditional game through this EBSI prototype. The research timeline is as follows. In April, we did brainstorming for ideas, and then in May and June, we created the EBSI prototype. In July until August, we conducted our experiments, and in September until October, we collected and analyzed the data that we got. In November, we submitted the research proposal, and in December until January, we compiled the research report. And finally, in this month, in this February, we are going to present our research in this final stage. So, here's the diagram depicting the pre-test and post-test to assess the difference in children's gross motor skills before and after playing Anglet with EBSI prototype. It is evident that there is a difference between a control group and the experimental group. The control group exhibits only 2% improvement, whereas as highlighted, the experimental group shows a remarkable 20% of improvement in their gross motor skills. Based on this data, we can conclude that EBSI enhances gross motor skills in early childhood effectively. Using the data using independent stability tests, normality and homogeneity tests were conducted to ensure the data's normal distribution and homogeneity. both tests yield significance values above alpha 5%, indicating that the data is normally distributed and homogeneous. Forward, the experimental group's data was subject an independent sample test to determine the significance between the experimental group and the control group during the post-test. The independent sample test yields significance value below alpha 5%, which implies that this study rejects the null hypothesis or H0 and accepts the alternative hypothesis or H1, indicating that the FZ prototype significantly improved gross motor skills in early childhood. The final test was conducted using the paired sample test to determine the significance of pre-test and post-test within the experimental group. The paired sample test yielded a significance value below alpha 5%, providing strong evidence that the FZ prototype significantly improved gross motor skills in early childhood. Let's discuss the result and children's response.
So, 65% of the children expressed interest in playing the anklet game, while 85% of them showed interest in playing with the FZ prototype. Furthermore, 70% of the children expressed their desire to play with the FZ prototype again, and all of the children displayed a keen interest in playing with their friends. In conclusion, the following points can be deduced. First, the FZ prototype is effective in improving gross motor skills in young children. And second, children's interest in playing anklet has increased as they are intrigued and enjoy playing anklet with the FZ prototype.
On our research, we would like to propose some suggestions. First, teachers should introduce and teach traditional games to their students. Second, educational institutions should consider incorporating traditional games into their curriculum. Third, further research should be conducted to explore various innovations in traditional games.
And that concludes our presentation. Thank you for your attention. FZ enhances gross motor skills,
improves interest in traditional games. May peace be upon us. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.